there! Do you ever buy items for your Star Wars collection that later on you kind of ask yourself, why did I do that? You know, kind of like these little things that are so cute, but yeah, they don't really fit with vintage collection or Black Series figures, do they? Well, in this box, I have something that kind of describes the why did I buy these part of my collection. You can let me know later on if you think these were a good buy or not. I have been to Disney World a few times now, and yes, I have bought some of the Star Wars Disney pins while I was there. You know, it was fun collecting them and trading them with people. And then one day, several years ago, Amazon had a sale on Star Wars pins. Gosh, I just had to add those to my collection. Well, today, in November 2025, I asked myself, why did I buy these things? And you know, I'm going to show them to you, and after you see them, you can let me know. Do you think these were a good add-on to my collection? Or do you think they fit into the category, why did I buy these? Of course, I hope that you don't think that way about leaving a comment after a while, hitting the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Now, let's open this up and see what you think of these Amazon Star Wars pins. The first one is just a little set. Only 4 pins. Kind of 4 different pins. It's in a nice little package and everything. But it's a little, I guess, button 4-pack set, they're calling it. Comes wrapped in a nice little plastic thing. And actually, if it wasn't for the sticker on the back here, you could kind of open this up like some of these comic book bags, where you can just kind of peel it open, take the comics out, and put it back together again. Well, they're calling this one, according to the back here, the Nerd Block Star Wars Button 4-pack. A Nerd pack? Really? Well, let's take a look at them, shall we? We've got 4 pins here. We've got one for the Imperial design and one for the Rebellion design. So first of all, we have 2 pins, one of each, for just the symbols of the Rebel Alliance and the Imperial government. And then we've got 2 pins that kind of a little more political there, I guess you could say. Of course, we have one with the silhouette of Princess Leia saying, "Join the Rebellion." And then the one below it says, "Enlist now, the Galactic Empire." They are cute little pins. I will give them that. In fact, I guess they were low enough cost that I actually, yes, I did it. I bought 2 of them. How much were they per bag? Well, they were $8 a bag. So $2 a pin, which I guess is not unreasonable for pins. Disney pins are a lot more expensive. Heck, you're looking $8, $9, $10 for a Disney pin. At least the last time I was there. They're probably more now, I would bet. You like these? This is just starting. The next one, you had to like Grogu to get these. That's because all 6 pins in this set feature Grogu. This is the Mandalorian Season 2 The Child in the Carriage 6-pin set. And as we look at these, yeah, we got 1 pin that's a bit sideways there, but all of them feature Grogu in the carriage with different expressions on his face. So basically the carriage is the same all the way through, just a different Grogu on each pin. Kind of a nice pin set if you like pins. I do like the Mandalorian logo in the back of it there. So how much did this pin set cost? Well, this one was $11.88. So we're still looking about $2 a pin. But these are more like what a Disney pin would be, where these are just your basic old kind of dome type pins. Regular pins here, more of a Disney type variety there. The next one I just thought it was kind of a fun one because it's got a Christmas theme. It's another 6-pin set, but this one has a Christmas theme. And, well, hard to describe. Just going to have to show it to you. What do you think of this? This is the Star Wars Holiday Characters 6-pin enamel set. And as you can see, we've got C-3PO with a Santa hat on. We've got a Merry Force Be With You. Play of words there a little bit, featuring the AT-AT walkers and snow speeders. We've got R2-D2 with reindeer horns on him. And I like the one that says, have yourself a Wookiee little Christmas. They should add something on there about Life Day, don't you think? And then we've got the Wampa with a Santa Claus hat and a candy cane. I have a feeling he'd rather have a tauntaun in his hand right there. And then, of course, we have to have something with Darth Vader. So we've got Humbug Darth Vader along with Merry Sithmas. So I thought these pins were kind of cool. Little more expensive than this 6-pack. These were $12.19. So still about $2 a pin. And this one is basically from The Empire Strikes Back. All the pins in here deal with The Empire Strikes Back, pretty much. They're kind of all messed up in here a little bit, so kind of a little tough to see it. I should really open it up and put them at least in the right way again, but I didn't. This pin set happened to be $11.10, so still a little less than $2 per pin in this one. This one happens to be called the Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Enamel 6-pin set. And as we can see, we've got a 40th The Empire Strikes Back button there, or pin. I like the middle one there. That looks like it's from the poster, or at least one of the posters of The Empire Strikes Back. And then we've got a Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you. We've got a tauntaun being ridden by Luke on the bottom there. We've got a pin of Darth Vader. And we have a Wampa. And this time the Wampa does not have a candy cane in his hand. I like the pins in this set. I have to admit, I do like the pins. What I'm going to do with them is really the question, because it's not something you could just take and, well, I suppose you could just wear them, whatever, and then people would think I'm even more of a nerd than I already am. So there are 3 6-pin sets and a 4-pin set. What are you thinking so far? Because we're not quite done. We've got a bigger box here to show you. That's right, a bigger box with a nicer display. Yeah, this one's kind of meant to be on display instead of worn. And why do I say that? Well, basically, because on the back here, we actually have a stand. So you can take it, stand it up, and people can see what your pin set looks like. Kind of nifty there. And this one, the theme happens to be Tatooine. It's the Tatooine Pin Set. As you can see, once again, we have 6 pins. And one thing, if you notice on the bottom there, these are an Amazon exclusive, and they're limited. There was only 5,000 sets of these made. So maybe more of a collector's item? When we look at the pins a little closer, we can see we do have a beast that the Tusken Raiders ride. And for some reason, I'm drawing a blank on what these are called, and I know what they are. Don't you hate that? When you know something and it just doesn't come to your mouth to say it? Leave a comment below. Let me know what that thing's called. After the tauntauns and the wampas here, I'm forgetting what the beast is. But a pretty good pin for it. In the middle there, we have, of course, a little poster for Tatooine, featuring R2-D2 and C-3PO looking out at the 2 suns. We have a Rancor beast there, with the chain on one hand yet, ready to devour somebody who fell into the pit. And then back on the bottom there, on the left, a little pin there, which I'm not real good on. I don't like that one as much. It says, playing daily at Mos Eisley Spaceport. I do like the Jabba the Hutt pin, though, which is in the middle there. And then, of course, we have a Jawa. Actually, not bad. It is a decent pin set. This is from the Disney Star Wars set, and to tell the truth, this set was cheaper than any of these. This one was only $6.90. So a little over $1 a piece for these pins. And like I said, they look pretty sharp. There's plenty of detail in the critters. So I think it is a good set to buy. Like I said, it comes with a stand so you can display it on your shelf. Now, of course, you know me, $6.90. Can I get by with just one of them? No. I had to go and buy a second one. You know, just in case I do ever take it apart. But really, $6.90 and a display case all built in with it. I didn't think that was a bad price at all for those. Looking at them now that I have them out here, I'm thinking, you know, this isn't too bad, but still, it doesn't fit in with the action figures, doesn't fit in with the vehicles, doesn't even fit in with the Funko Pops, really. And I've got plenty of them around here. Or the Jazzwares. They're just kind of their own little subdivision collection. Do you collect pins? If you do, what do you think of these? You think I did a pretty good buy on them? Like I said, I purchased these several years ago. They've been kind of sitting off in their own little box off to the side. And I just decided, you know what? It's time to do one of these, why did I buy this type of videos? And yes, there's other things that I could make more of these videos about. Tell you what, if you like this type of video where we talk about, why did I buy this thing? Let me know. And then I'll consider whether I should do more of these or not. Well, that's about all I've got to show you for this video. So what do you think of these pins? Leave a comment below. And of course, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I do appreciate it when you do that. Helps YouTube to spread it out to others that like this type of thing. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell so that you're notified when I do post new videos. Well, until next time, may the force be with you and keep collecting!